You may not be surprised to learn that I see the world typically with the glass half full. And I nurture this perspective by continuously looking for the silver lining in things. And this is like the positive that can come out of an undesirable situation. This is a habit that, as I've tried to look back, I don't really know where it started, but it's something that I've done for a lot of my adult life. And by now, it's pretty established and a really natural go-to when I find myself in unsettling situations. And this also gives me hope that I can also shift other habits and other ways of thinking and slowly, bit by bit, nurture good qualities and really work towards seeing things with a kind and wise heart. Buddhism has really helped me continue to nourish this habit of looking for the silver lining, as we are encouraged to bring all that we experience in life into our practice. And as I work to transform my mind and decrease the afflictions, the silver lining is often how difficulties are actually opportunities. And instead of ruminating about how I wish things were different, looking for the silver lining helps me transform my perspective. And I have more energy and am inspired and more willing to open my mind and see things from a more broad view. And accept that the way that I'm seeing things in this moment and interpreting it might be just a really small piece of what's really going on. And so one example is maybe someone says something to me and I interpret it as something like they're annoyed with me. And so instead of ruminating about how I deserve patience and kindness, like, why don't you see my good qualities? Why do you have to say things like that? Looking for the silver lining, I can really use it as an opportunity to cultivate compassion. This person is unhappy, and that's why they're speaking and acting that way. It's really not about me. And so it's easier when I can shift like that to really wish that they're free from their suffering and engage in actions that I hope can help bring that about. And I know that their attitude isn't about me, because when I am short and rude and dismissive towards others, it's because of my own mind. Maybe that other person plays a role in contributing to stimulating my anger, but my anger comes from in here. I also know from my own experience that when I'm not kind and not at my best, that it's related to my own capacity and my own lack of inner resources. And I know that I am doing my best. So because of that inner experience, I know that others are also doing their best. And so thinking in this way actually leads me to cultivating gratitude for these moments that I really do have to practice, where I'm met with something that isn't pleasant and isn't accurate the way that I am interpreting it in my mind. So it's easy to have compassion and kindness for others when they are acting in ways that I interpret as friendly. And so when folks treat me in a way that I am confused by, it's actually this amazing opportunity to practice the Dharma. And so another silver lining in these situations is that I get to cultivate self-confidence. If I had done something that I regret, I have the opportunity to be transparent and apologize. And if I know that I've done my best and had a good motivation, then I can be content with that. I don't have to question my own worth based on how someone is treating me. And this is really excellent bodhisattva training, because there will be many people along the path who are going to treat me poorly, and I need to maintain a firm resolve and hold them with compassion, treat them with respect, and keep my mind focused on how I can not do harm and be of benefit. So this person who's speaking harshly to me right now really is my great teacher. I have typically thought of the silver lining like this brilliant ring around the edge of a dark cloud. And recently I've been playing with expanding it a bit And I was reminded of, I just remembered a story by Ajahn Brahm in his book, Who Ordered This Truckload of Dung? And it was about how he was constructing this wall, this brick wall, and every brick in it was perfect except for these two in the center. And his mind just really was focused on the imperfection of these two bricks in the center. And so I'm toying with this idea of maybe the silver lining isn't just this like little narrow ring around the edge of a cloud, but maybe the silver lining is actually like this vast open expanse, like it's the whole wall. And then there's this little problem of these two bricks in the middle. And so looking for the lesson to be learned or the opportunity for growth just helps kind of open things up so that my mind isn't totally consumed by the dark cloud, and instead the rest of the sky becomes a bit more apparent. So another habit that I have, it's not so helpful. I can kind of be snarky. Maybe I don't say directly to a person that I'm upset with them, but it comes out in cold comments, in sarcasm, with ill motivation, and can come out in a rude demeanor. So when I work to find the silver lining and have compassion for others and really transform my view of someone who I see as an enemy to someone who is a teacher and giving me this opportunity to practice, it really protects me from continuing to engage in this snarky behavior. And I am more likely to hold my tongue when I feel those sarcastic comments come on. I am less likely to kind of kvetch about the situation to others in a way that is putting the other person down and making me seem right. And so keeping focused on these opportunities to learn and the possibilities that come from difficult situations helps me maintain a more balanced mind and also work on these less harmful habits that I've also been engaged with for a very long time. So the mind really is the cause of happiness and pain, and using this silver lining method really helps me transform the pain and discomfort into meaningful Dharma practice.